Tonight in Milwaukee, it's a matchup of two electrifying scorers. At 24, Monte Ellis is coming into his own with bursts of speed and flashes of power. He's a nightly highlight film for the Warriors. Brandon Jennings is barely 20 and has played all of 6 games in the NBA, but he's already the Bucks' go-to guy who can score inside and out. It's a matchup not to be missed. Coming up next. Stop 3 on the Warriors road trip finds them in the Midwest in MILWAUKEE inside the Bradley Center with a win under their belts in New York, and Monte Ellis looking for more, leading a speedy Warriors squad against a very precocious youngster in Brandon Jennings, who has the Bucks overachieving. Tonight, the Golden State Warriors are only visit to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. Hello, everybody. Bob Fitzgerald alongside Jim Barnett. And nice win in New York, and also a pattern for the Warriors in the Minnesota game at home and the Knicks game. When the Warriors share the ball, get up and down, play 6-8 and under, they're a powerful team with a lot of firepower.
Well, the Warriors executed their game plan in New York very well, but they're going to have to work even harder tonight if they expect to score against a defensive-minded Milwaukee Bucks team.
Well, you look at the Bucks, they want to guard you, but for the Warriors, they have so many different offensive weapons, and Steven Jackson, Monte Ellis can get it going, Jim, but when the ball is shared, there's other guys that can kick in.
Yeah, Jackson and Ellis were terrific in the first half. Took the majority of the shots, scored the majority of the points. And then in the second half, everybody else got involved. Azubuike was so hot from the field. C.J. Watson couldn't miss it all. The ball just got shared, and you got all the shots that you wanted. They spread it out perfectly. 3-point shots went down, and it was really a nice offensive night for them. They really, if they know and understand how they can share the ball, it all comes back to them. There were 5 players with 19 or more points.
Yeah, you look at it shooting 58%. But the Bucks, are they the Celtics of the Midwest? They're the best defensive team in the NBA, at least by the numbers. They have Andrew Bogut anchoring things, but field goal percentage defense, the best rebounding team. Scott Skiles has these guys leaning on people.
Yeah, he has put his stamp on this basketball team. Great role players. They rebound as a team. Bogut in his 5th year is having his best year overall. They really get after you, and they play one-on-one defense. They don't rely on help defense. Everyone has to be responsible and accountable for their man.
But they have a live wire point guard in Brandon Jennings. This is a 20-year-old left-handed, making Bogut better, and just whip it quick when he gets in the lane.
He's really one of the surprise players in the league. They didn't expect this kind of scoring from him. Didn't score that much in Italy last year, but over 20 a game, and he's kind of supposed to be a streaky shooter. He's been very consistent, even from 3-point range. So he plays for all the right reasons, and he's making everyone else on this team a lot better.
Pretty simple. Can the Warriors get to 100? The Bucks have allowed only one team to get to the century mark. Small, speedy Warriors, big, bulky Bucks. We'll see who wins this one. With Matt Morrison and Matt Steinmetz waiting in the Sportsnet Central studios, update is on the way.
So, Cousin Jim, how you holding up?
It's tough. I really miss shower curtains.
How's the food?
It's the worst. Found a Takema meatloaf last night. So how are you?
Good. You know, busy. I'm bringing back my bonus jack, and you can get it as a combo with natural cut fries and a drink for just $3.99.
Man, I'd kill for that.
Yeah, you might want to keep that to yourself.
What the hell is this place? I don't know how I got here.
Knock.
Where's the road out of here?
There is no out. There is only in.
Tomorrow night, AMC presents the television event of the year.
I refuse to become a prisoner.
Jim Caviezel and Academy Award nominee Ian McKellen.
I'm a free man.
You only think you're free.
The Prisoner begins tomorrow night at 8, only on AMC.
EA Sports. It's in the game. NBA Live 10 from EA Sports is here. In this limited time offer, it's included with your subscription to Sports Illustrated. That's right. Through an exclusive partnership between EA Sports and Sports Illustrated, you can get NBA Live 10, the full game, the same one sold in stores. It's included with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Call or go online to siorder.com now. Order 56 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $59, and you get NBA Live 10. Plus, you'll also get greatest moments in NBA history on DVD. Order now and get your game on. This exclusive package is available only with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. These items at retail will cost almost $200, but through this amazing offer, just $59 gets you all of this. A subscription to Sports Illustrated, NBA Live 10, the greatest moments in NBA history, in a limited time offer. NBA Live provides an authentic basketball experience all season long. Don't miss out on this unbelievable package. Go online, siorder.com, or call now.
Warriors pregame live. Warriors getting set to tip off against the Milwaukee Bucks. Matt Morris and Matt Steinmetz back here in the Comcast Sportsnet studios. And before they tip off against the Bucks here in Milwaukee, a little advanced scouting for the Warriors' next game, which is coming up against LeBron, Shaq, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here we go to action against the Jazz. And, you know, LeBron's team, it will be LeBron's team, but now he's got a big old hunk of 350 pounds in the middle to help him. James with the jump shot. He puts the home-standing Cavs up 4 points in this one. Later in the first, the Cavs still up by 4 when LeBron again, baseline, the fadeaway. How are you going to stop that? You're not, are you, Matt?
Here's the scouting report on Cleveland. LeBron James is good.
Cavaliers in the second quarter as Jamaro Moon hits the three. The Cavs take a 16-point lead. They lead it now 59-50 at half. Now, the Hornets and the Hawks, and of course New Orleans recently fired their head coach. Jeff Bowers taking over around the bench. Second quarter, Hawks up 41-38. Former Warrior Jamal Crawford from the corner, and he gets thumped as he lets it go, but it goes down. It's good. The Hawks take a 6-point lead later in the second. Mike Bibby, the former King, up and under. Hawks up 51-44. 3 minutes left in the half, and it's Josh Smith to Bibby, who hits the three. And Atlanta off to a good start in this one. They're up 74-62 in the third quarter. Coming up tonight on Sportsnet Central, catch all the action from the Warriors-Bucks as we wrap it up from the Bradley Center. Also, the Sharks in action in St. Louis. We'll have NHL hockey and a big win for the Stanford Cardinal in Pac-10 football. It's Sportsnet Central tonight at 10:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. And Matt, the game against the Bucks, as we started to talk about something that could be critical for the Warriors. Trying to get 2 in a row, that's great, but more can they match up against them?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's going to be a battle of tempo. Can they get out? Can Monte Ellis, Stephen Curry kind of keep Brandon Jennings in check? That, to me, is the matchup to watch. What happens at the point guard spot? Can they keep this Brandon Jennings kid from controlling the game?
All right, we will send you right back out to the Bradley Center where Bob Fitzgerald and Jim Barnett are standing by with the call of the game. Matt and I will be back after for Honda Warriors postgame live. Until then, enjoy Warriors basketball on Comcast Sportsnet.
Job is to protect it.
Tomorrow we're going to be transporting $42 million.
Their plan is to steal it.
We're going to take that money. Are you crazy?
On December 4th, only one of them will walk away.
Promise me nobody gets hurt. That's a promise.
Who will be the last man standing?
Stop!
Armored, rated PG-13.
I faced one of the toughest challenges of my life right here. I couldn't swim, but I can still hear my drill instructor today. Don't quit. So I jumped in, apprehensive and scared out of my mind, but I came up a Marine.
The few, the proud, the Marines.
The people, access to nature, culture, public transit. I love BART.
I was here in 1972 when it opened.
I watched it being built.
It's public transit at its best. Well, you can relax, you can read the paper, you can avoid the parking, the traffic, the frustrations, and it can be better for the environment.
I've been taking it for 25 years. I love our station agent. Talk to him every morning.
Yeah, totally. I'm a big BART fan. It's on time, it's punctual.
It's really zippy.
Just enjoy the ride.
BART, and you're there.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Ow!
What would you do now that it has a thicker, more chocolatey shell?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
The encouraging thing about today is this game could have been a blowout. They did not quit.
We're not into moral victory, especially when it comes to the San Diego Chargers.
They were in this game until the end. Everybody needs to pick up their game to get a win.
Warriors basketball is brought to you by Toyota, the most fuel-efficient car company, and by Comcast, with more HD than anyone, period. HD looks best with Comcast.
The Bradley Center on a Saturday night, the Warriors and Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks at 4-2, coming off a win over the Denver Nuggets. Warriors beating the Knicks last night. Our starting lineups for the Warriors: Monte Ellis with Anthony Morrow, Kelena Azubuike, Steven Jackson, and Mikey Moore at the center spot. The Bucks will go with Brandon Jennings, with Charlie Bell, Luke Richard, Bahamute with Hakeem Warwick and Andrew Bogut. Charlie Bell and Bahamute are outstanding defenders for Scott Skiles. Warriors back end of a back-to-back. Can they get to 100? That is sort of the quest this evening. Brandon Jennings from Compton in Los Angeles to Oak Hill Academy to Lottomatica in Europe, and then to the 10th pick of the NBA. And Mikey Moore will pick up a foul. Jim Barnett, our Toyota keys to the ball game. What do you got?
Well, it's very imperative that the Warriors force the tempo. The Bucks want a half-court game tonight. They want to control the tempo. The Warriors have to force it and try to run. Everyone rebound defensively. They're going to crash the offensive glass. Best rebounding team in the league now. And you better be prepared to play physically against this club, because Scott Skiles is their coach.
Yeah, put your mouthpiece in because you're playing a Skiles team. Brandon Jennings airballed that little teardrop. Steven Jackson dropping in the first jumper. Jack, one of 5 players who had 19 or more last night.
Well, the Warriors played, I don't want to say relaxed. It was a good, positive, relaxed way last night. Everything came to them, and they took the time. CJ was very smooth early on. It was Monte Ellis and Steven Jackson.
They double Bogut, and then Warwick is fouled. Morrow went with an aggressive double, but Hakeem Warwick got it at point-blank range. Monte picked up the foul, preventing the dunk. Hakeem Warwick coming over as a free agent in the offseason.
It's a good acquisition for him. He's playing well for them. 4 years in Memphis. He can be a good role player for him. He's athletic, he's long, he's a good four-man.
You said something while we were getting ready for the game, and that Brandon Jennings makes Bogut better.
Yes, he does.
I mean, that's something where Andrew Bogut has skills. He's a willing passer. He's a large 7-foot body. But when you have a clever little point guard and you don't have Michael Redd out, they're force-feeding Bogut to good effect.
He's only been, he's 20 years old. He's only been 20 for about 3 weeks, but he's a very mature young man and understands the game. Wants to do the right thing.
Anthony Morrow coming off the screen. Love that they ran a series for Morrow early. Played 12 minutes in the first quarter last night. Didn't take a shot.
Yeah, 15+ minutes in the first half. He only had 1 shot to show for it. Finally got him going in the second half. There's Bogut playing with much more confidence.
Mikey Moore had him further out on the wing.
See, Monte came back to get that rebound. All 5 were in there.
Has length and size on Jackson. Steven is fouled on the pass.
And he was looking for Azubuike in the corner, so you've got to be a willing passer against the Bucks.
Well, we saw last night and also Monday night, Steven Jackson can create off the dribble, and when he is looking for teammates, and he can drop some dimes.
Yes, he can.
I mean, that's he and Monte, both of the creators on the floor in this unit.
He's got very quick hands off that dribble for the pass. Barely into his hands and out.
Monte, tough shot with Jennings recovering nicely.
Let's see if Monte can keep Jennings out of the paint. Well, because of Jennings' prowess as an outside shooter in the early going, he had to go over the screen there.
But with Bahamute and Charlie Bell, you don't really have perimeter shooters there for the Bucks. They're going to force feed inside. Bogut, double team there, and out of bounds to the Warriors.
Well, they let him play physically on that play.
Dick Bavetta, Tony Brothers, and the former player Haywood Workman blowing the whistles tonight.
Yeah, talked to him before the game. 8 years in the league.
Drafted by Atlanta, been with the Bucks, Pacers, Washington, Toronto.
He should know something about the NBA, don't you think?
You think Bernie Fryer, another former player? I'm surprised there aren't more, to be honest.
Nice rotation.
Azubuike rimming out that 3. Good look that time.
See, when you drive, even if you can't see behind you, you know where your teammate is supposed to be.
Charlie Bell rimming that out, and there's Bogut keeping it alive. He just going to have the size advantage, and Bell is fouled by Morrow. Got a good glimpse there with Turioff and Biedrins out. As Jim said, all 5 orange jerseys have to get there because you're going to be outsized every night.
Bogut's the biggest man on the floor right now. Get it all spread out like that, and a nice dive cut from Bell. You know, doesn't score a lot. He knows his role. A little over 6 a game, and just under 30 minutes a game.
Never drafted out of Michigan State, Charlie Bell.
Tough little guard. Plays strictly the 2 now. They've got Ridenour as a backup point.
His job is to shadow Anthony Morrow.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Believe me, Scott Skiles, you know, it's the old Hoosiers. Tell me what kind of gum he's chewing. Azubuike, Azubuike goes down, holding on to his knee. That looks serious as Warwick misses on the other end. The ball is free, but Kelena Azubuike, the Warriors need to foul. They need to foul, and they finally do. Azubuike is in pain and is down.
He's injured.
Oh, Kelena Azubuike slipped going through the lane, and that looked like an ugly play right off the bat.
You do not want to speculate in these things, but he was holding his left knee.
For a team that has already saw Brandon Wright go out in training camp and Biedrins and Turioff right now, I mean, they are losing key components. Kelena Azubuike down. We will try to update you as best we can right after this.
This is liberation through acceleration. This is the Lexus IS line. Lease the 2010 IS 250 for $329 a month for 36 months, with $34.99 due at signing.
Insider team reports, all access video, daily news updates, top columnists, web exclusives, live game chats. When you need more, there's only one place to go. Get the scores, stats, and standings you need. Plus, find the insider content you crave. CSNBayArea.com, your online home for Bay Area sports.
Three great deals starting at $8.99 every day after 4 p.m. and all day Sunday. Subway, eat fresh.
Well, Kelena Azubuike's knee injury is so significant that they're going to have to carry him pretty much off the floor. And you know, we've seen the replay a couple times, and it's a significant, serious injury, and we'll leave it at that. And just from a Warriors standpoint, Azubuike had been so good in the early part of the season.
Watch the left knee right there. It just goes on him, and he just has to fall to the ground from the severe pain of it. It almost as if his knee collapsed on him.
Yeah, he knew it right away, and it was just writhing in pain. It was tough to watch the Bucks go into the front court. The Warriors had to foul just to stop it, but
he can put no weight on it whatsoever.
No, they either need to get a cart, or they literally going to have to carry Kelena to the locker room. And you just think of, you know, someone who's come out of the developmental league, gotten better and better every year. It comes into tonight's game just playing wonderfully, shooting 55% from the field at 16 points a game. As quality a person as you're going to meet, and you know, injuries are awful for any player in this league, but to see that happen to Kelena Azubuike, it just breaks your heart.
It hurts. That's exactly what it does, Bob. It tears at you emotionally. because you cannot find a better young man than Kalina Azubuike in this league. He's just a true gentleman.
Yeah, so they do get the card to immobilize that leg, and that looked incredibly serious. So the Warriors, I mean, are already in a situation where, you know, you set up your roster with 5 big players, and 3 of them are gone for now, with Biedrins, Turioff, and Brandon Wright. Azubuike has been a key component at small forward, power forward, and some undersized lineups, and just a tremendous perimeter shooter, and just a tough customer. And to see him in that much pain, even his teammates just had a, you know, there's that aching quality to see him go down like that.
That's a good way to put it, because that's what it is. But as the pain subsided, then the reality set in, and he wonders about what will take place in the coming months.
Yeah. So C.J. Watson checks in. Andrew Bogut. They get knocked away. Monte with a great play to steal that ball. Monte Ellis, in terms of the steals, as Morrow loses it, dribbling with the left hand. Monte has improved on just the energy level defensively and is so quick. Well played by Ellis. Mike Moore. Andrew Bogut just threw Mikey out of the way and went and got the rebound.
Well, Mikey left the ground a little too soon. He was trying to play the ball there, and he got played by the ball.
Jackson rimming that in from an odd angle.
That was an odd roll in, wasn't it?
Sure was.
What the players have to do now is just keep their heads in the game. C.J. Watson who shot the ball so beautifully last night.
They're trying to double Bogut as he wades through the lane, but you're just going to be unable to move him. Andrew Bogut goes 7 foot, at least 260. Jackson somehow got it to Mikey Moore, and he's fouled. Steven Jackson threading a needle there.
There was one place to put that ball, and he found it. And Mikey Moore picked it up nicely. Bounced right up into his hands. He split 2 defenders here. That's what I'm talking about, how fast he gets it out of his hands. And Mikey was in great position. He did not overrun to the basket. Got a 3-point play out of it.
There's not a lot of guys at Steven's size that are that clever passing the ball. That was great delivery, and the 3-point play made.
Mikey's fronting. It worked last time because they got rotation help from the weak side.
Brandon Jennings launching, and Anthony Morrow with a rebound.
He's looking to get rid of this ball.
The Warriors are holding the Bucks 2 of 9 shooting.
That's why he needs to get rid of it.
Especially with Ba Mute just smothering him. Jack again. He nearly got it over iron.
This may be on Bell. He moved. Mikey Moore had a bead on the basket there.
Dick Pavetta has that appropriately called. The eyes of a player in Jim Barnett. You saw that. Mikey Moore was going to have a layup. Charlie Bell kind of low-bridged him a little bit.
It's a good call.
Luke Ridnour in to bother Monte Ellis.
Well, he doesn't need the screen.
Ridnour's holding on to Monte and begins the drive.
You take Mikey Moore high to the opposite side of Monte Ellis and let Monte Ellis just blow by Ridnour.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of ISO Monte on the side if you can.
He doesn't need a screen.
Jackson wing jumper, and Steven Jackson off to a very good start. At 6 points, has the assist, and on the back end of a back-to-back, Steven looks focused. Charlie Bell jumper rims out. Look at all the orange on the glass.
They're doing a good job at the defensive end.
Multiple bodies getting there. Monte in on Bogut. C.J. Watson driving. What a feed! C.J.'s penetration sets up Mikey Moore.
Penetration, kick out pass, penetration, layup.
Bogut can hit that, but you'll live with it because he's not down on the block. And more importantly, if he misses, he's nowhere near getting a rebound.
Well, that's the thing. When he misses, you're going to clear the boards more than likely. See, no screen there. He just goes right to the rim.
Monte unable to float that in.
Yeah, he kind of hurried that one.
Ridnour in transition. Oh, Bogut, beautiful look. Andrew Bogut's a complete player. I mean, he really, for a big guy, can pass the ball.
Well, former overall #1 draft pick, and it's taken him a couple of years to make his presence felt. But he is an excellent passer.
The Croatian-Australian. Mikey Moore is off to a good start in his own right.
Got a nice little matchup between Mikey Moore and Andrew Bogut.
Mikey Moore's got 7 points and has hit all 3 of his shots and a free throw.
That's the most offense I've seen from Mikey Moore this season, especially in the early going.
Bahamute tees up a 3 and drops it in.
Your defensive specialist can shoot an open jumper.
Yeah, and he's only taken 2 all season. He was 0 for 2 on 3s, knocking that one down.
You got to stay with him because he's not a good shooter by normal stats.
Monte by Ridnour. Oh, the 180 with a little flip.
Don't reach, just hold your ground, but he got away with it.
C.J. Watson in a foot race that he will win. So Mikey Moore steals. C.J. the beneficiary.
He scored on a lot of steals last night, getting the hands on balls, forcing turnovers. Tremendous number of points, 31 last night off turnovers.
Monte was there for that backdoor cut. Jackson gave ground, played the defense. Mikey Moore clears. Here come the Warriors. Stephen Jack around Bahamute, and he's fouled. I love the outlet pass after Mikey Moore got that rebound. Jim Barnett's key was force the tempo, throw that ball out. 4:24 remaining in the first quarter with the Warriors up 5. And Stephen Jackson to the line. And, you know, points in the paint aren't always Shaq and those guys. It can be a little guy who can finish.
Once in a while, moving the ball, and you get people running at you. When someone runs at Monte Ellis and he has a live dribble in his hand, he's going to blow by them. And then he can control the big man inside by exposing and showing the ball, going up, hanging, let them go by, because everyone is running at you. So you're in control.
Well, the Warrior bench, all with high fives for Mikey Moore. He was terrific as he gets the rest right now, and Anthony Randolph in. We're calling them the last of the Mohicans because they're the 2 tall guys that are left on the roster. They get a kick out of that a little bit. Ersan Ilyasova out of Turkey is wearing that Phantom of the Opera mask. Good outside shooter, pretty rugged player in his own right. Checking in for Milwaukee. Ridnour throwing it back. C.J. with a steal. Push ahead Jack. Running with Morrow. Steven the 360. And Bahamute with a foul.
He got the ball, but did he get part of Steven? That's what is called by Tony Brothers. Step to the passing lane. Now, Steven thought about giving it over to Anthony Morrow, but then he didn't have it. That looked like a pretty good block on the replay.
I like how the Warriors have quick hands defensively, and they're pushing it out on the break. Sometimes you can get the steal and be contentious to dribble in the backcourt. They are looking to throw ahead at every opportunity. Do not want the Bucks defense to get set up. Jackson dropping in both free throws, and Stevens got 9 early. Dan Gadd's a reach in, along with Jody Meeks out of Kentucky. C.J. Watson knocking that out of bounds. Watson, Monte, Anthony Randolph, Stephen Jackson, Anthony Morrow. Gadd's a reach, Bahamute with Ridnour, Ilyasova, and Jody Meeks. Just tuned in, Glenn Azubuike sustained what looked to be a very serious knee injury and had to be carted off the court. Ridnour hitting the jumper. Morrow with the pump fake. The elbow jumper rattles out. Meeks dropping it inside. Ilyasova missing. Got his own rebound twice, and then he's fouled. That is where Randolph has to make his presence felt there, as Ilyasova shot it, missed it, got it, shot it, missed it, got it, and then was fouled.
Young man from Turkey got his season career high here against the Nuggets when the Bucks knocked off the Nuggets, but he hasn't been playing nearly as well the last 4 games.
36 pick back in 05, but only played the 1 year. Morrow picking up 3 fouls here, primarily because he's been hammering people at point-blank range to prevent layups. So AC Law is in. So here is about as small in the backcourt as the Warriors can get. AC Law with C.J. Watson and Monte. A blocking foul on Bahamute, and Haywood Workman, the former player, I love you already. The guys jumping in front of passers, this is not basketball. That better be a foul every time.
Now, AC Law here looked like he was going to throw it to the corner. He thought Bahamute was going to go out. Bahamute didn't. So AC did everything he could to avoid that kind of contact, turned sideways to get through there, got the call. But he was hoping to get a layup. That was what he had in mind. It was not the pass initially.
AC Law dropping in the free throw. So AC Law knocking down free throws. Warriors off to a good start from the line. 6 of 7. The Bucks 5 of 6. Meeks from the perimeter, and there's Randolph on the glass. Silva on Jackson.
He's a good defender.
Steven rimming that off front iron.
That's why he's on Jackson. He's a good defender. He's got size.
Silva 6'10", with arms that go forever. Ridnour alone, and he bottoms that 3.
Has not been shooting well from three-point range, but when he's open, he will.
So Ridnour with 5 off the bench.
He's only come in tonight 2 of 10.
Monte went right by Gadzarich. The artistry of Monte Ellis slithering through the lane. Ridnour starting to feel it, but missing there, and Ellis back for the rebound.
Jackson should have cut right to the hoop there, but he wanted Randolph to get going.
Randolph able to get it over Meeks.
That would have been a perfect give and go. Pass and cut right down the lane because Ilyasova was crowding him.
You don't want to be leaving Meeks. He's known as a shooter, but he's missed his first couple jumpers.
Picked him up in the second round out of Kentucky.
Monte with a seam and the right-handed hammer. Monte Ellis was 6, and that gets a Scott Skiles timeout. In the half court, Skiles seeing Monte Ellis go right down the lane unimpeded. Minute 24 remaining in the first, and Monte is going to land on your sofa.
Headed to the auto show to find your new car? Then log on to autotrader.com/win and enter for a chance to win 50 grand towards your ultimate new ride. Autotrader.com, the Bay Area's ultimate automotive marketplace.
People choose 5-Hour Energy over 4 million times a week to help them through their busy lives. But the question is, what's in it? Everything in 5-Hour Energy is available in everyday food, like apples, avocados, broccoli, and bananas, or already in you. It does have as much caffeine as a cup of the leading premium coffee, but what 5-Hour Energy doesn't have is just as important. 0 sugar, 0 herbal stimulants, and only 4 calories. 5-Hour Energy was designed to help you feel the way you want to feel, bright and alert, not wired and jittery. You'll get hours of smooth energy without the crash or jitters. Still concerned? Try just half a bottle to start. In a few minutes, you'll be able to decide if you want more or not, or if 5-Hour Energy simply isn't for you. People choose 5-Hour Energy over 4 million times a week. It works for them. It might just work for you. Try it today.
Tuesday, Kalina and the Warriors march on as they pass through the land of the king, looking to stop LeBron James and Cleveland's high-octane offense. Warriors, Cavs, Tuesday at 4 on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area.
Warrior basketball brought to you by Cash Creek. Cash Creek giving away $500 every 30 minutes during the Cash Blitz. Visit cashcreek.com for details. Warriors with a 28-21 lead. Old World 3rd Street here in Milwaukee. Warriors going to stay here after the game tonight before heading on to Cleveland. Cleveland and Boston to finish out the road trip. Steven Jackson scoring, passing, defending, doing it all in this first quarter.
Well, he knows that he's a key player here on this roster. So he's come out the last 2 nights and really set the tone. He did it early in the first quarter against New York last night. He's done the same tonight. He just put up really nice numbers in his 10.5 minutes, 3 of 5. He's got to the free throw line, gotten there 4 times, made 3 of those. A couple of assists, no turnovers for Steven.
Stephen Curry in. Meeks has missed a couple jumpers, but Ridnour, quickest player to track that down. Ilyasova is posting up C.J. Watson. Creates a little space.
C.J. held his ground, didn't he?
C.J. is a tough defender, regardless of who he's guarding, and whatever size.
He didn't try to reach there. He just did the right thing, played position. Stephen Curry didn't play in the first half last night. Back-to-back, he's going to get a lot more minutes tonight.
Wheels around Ilyasova and just couldn't get the layup. Terrific move, and it laid there on the iron. Charlie Bell from deep. And there's Randolph on the rebound.
The Warriors are lucky, though. The Bucks have been missing. Swing this ball. Should have come right to the top end.
Curry down the lane. And softly rimming that in.
I'd like to see him step in so that when he receives the pass from Jackson, he can shoot quickly without having to put it on the floor and elude someone. Be ready to catch and shoot.
Shot clock off. Bucks will play for 1.
Warriors have had a good quarter, except for the injury to Azubuike.
Ridnour missing. Kurt Thomas couldn't come up with a rebound. Steph Curry to Jackson behind the back. That'll be good if it goes. And that will do it for the first quarter. So the Warriors shoot it at 57%. And how about holding Milwaukee to 27% shooting?
Well, Warriors been able to put up 30 points here. That is something that the Bucks don't like.
Well, Azubuike injured. Unfortunately, the story of the first, but some pretty good basketball in the first 12 minutes with the Warriors up 9.
Do you have tax returns you haven't filed? Whether federal or state, payroll or sales, find out what our tax law firm can do for you. I'm tax attorney Steve Moskowitz. For an attorney-client privilege consultation, call 1-888-TAX-STEAL.
This is a Thunder Valley Casino Sports Flash.
Straight back, throws, and it's picked. Intercepted by Sherman, and Sherman's going to take this to the house. 42 yards, touchdown.
Stanford went into the Coliseum and hung 55 points on the formerly mighty Trojans. That's the most ever on a USC team. I'm Chuck Fisher. You can credit quarterback Andrew Luck with a lot of that.
We really respect USC, but we came, you know, with a focus and an intensity to every practice into this game, and it was great to put points on the board.
For complete coverage of the big win by Stanford over USC, check out Sportsnet Central tonight at 10:30 and midnight.
This has been a Thunder Valley Casino Sports Flash.
The Thunder Valley Free Fantasy Football Challenge. Win up to $10,000 a week. All the thrills of winning without the risk of serious injury. Exclusively at the jackpot capital of California, Thunder Valley Casino.
The Sharks have moved to Comcast Sportsnet California with more games in HD than ever before. And if you missed the game or just want to watch it again, Sharks Hockey is available on Comcast On Demand. From your on-demand menu, select sports and fitness, then Comcast Sportsnet, and then Sharks. Watch the Sharks when you want, how you want, with Comcast Sportsnet On Demand. New season, new network. The Sharks are on Comcast Sportsnet California.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Sharks, Blackhawks, tomorrow at 4, only on Comcast Sportsnet California.
Getting ready to start the second quarter. Steph Curry with C.J. Watson, A.C. Law, Anthony Randolph, and Steven Jackson. Brandon Jennings versus Ilyasova. Curry got right by Jennings, hit the jumper in his face.
He's 2 for 2 on the night. That's a good start for Stephen.
Jennings, Ridnour with Kurt Thomas, Ilyasova, and Jody Meeks. So Scott Smiles going a little small. And
you know Kurt Thomas is going to try to cheat on screens. 15 years in the league, he plays physically. And
I'm watching Thomas and Randolph walk next to each other. Kurt Thomas looks like he could break Anthony in half.
Sometimes he acts like that, too.
That's what I'm saying. Kurt Thomas, the only thing they had to show for the Richard Jefferson trade is they waived Bruce Bowen. Steven Jackson traveled.
It's a great matchup between Stephen Curry and Brandon Jennings. Brandon Jennings taken 10th overall. He's got the numbers so far in this early season versus Stephen, but the jury's still out.
Curry slipping, and then he fell into him. Curry with a foul.
He did not mean to do that.
Yeah, Brandon Jennings, you know, going from Oak Hill Academy and then going to play professionally in Europe. Steph got him there.
I played 27 games in Italy last year, did Brandon Jennings. Here's the quickness.
And the finish.
His first hoop.
I hate to revisit this, but did you ever play in a game where one of your teammates was seriously injured?
Oh, of course.
And I'm wondering, is Curry was going to pass that? It was goaltended and no call. The ball was clearly on the way down.
Well, didn't even matter if it was a pass or not. It was going to hit the rim.
Curry blocking Jennings, and Randolph pushing ahead to A.C. Law.
I like the way he came in there and came right out of it. A.C. Law will try to take advantage of what you have there, and Jackson just worked himself to the line.
What he did is Ilyasova had the long arm out. Steve went up, initiated contact, and he'll get the free throws.
Now, Curry, I believe, is passing the ball here, but that ball
you can't do that.
Is clearly coming down into the cylinder. Now, it looked like it was a little bit short. There's good defense there. Got him on the way up, saved the ball. Initiated the break the other way. I don't know how they missed that one.
That was odd. Put it this way, you had 9 other players stop.
Yeah.
Because they were waiting for the count the bucket.
Of course.
Steven Jackson's been good from the foul line. Jack's got 11 on 5 of 6 shooting. Corey Maggette getting set to check in.
For Steven Jackson to give him a break.
Steven played 47 minutes last night. Silva and Randolph in there grabbing boards.
Steven did a good job. Got up in the air, then he came back, and Ilyasova thought about it.
Steven Jackson wing jumper.
It's like last night. He's just got that little feathery touch. And now Corey Maggette's looking down at the bench saying, "You sure you want me to replace him?" That's exactly what he's saying.
He's got it rolling. Old Man River keeps on flowing. C.J. Watson hounding Jennings, that little step back.
If he makes that, he earned it.
And then A.C. Law tracking down the loose rebound. A.C. Law 100 miles an hour. Stephen Curry inside. And that ball will go out of bounds.
They're hustling, though, aren't they? They're scrappy.
You just saw the size of the Warriors. The Law couldn't finish, and then Curry, you love the guttiness. He's just not tall enough. He got roofed.
I like A.C. Law and his willingness to go inside, though, and go to the basket. This ball bounces out, unfortunately, off Stephen. But this is a scrappy group of players tonight. They're playing with confidence built upon last night's win.
Jackson, 13 points, a couple of assists, good defense as he sits.
Speaking of 13, the Warriors are up by 13, or at least they were.
Jody Meeks hitting the three out of the corner. Meeks at 31% on threes. As you mentioned, second rounder out of Kentucky.
He's had a 19-point game, so he's capable.
He missed his first 3 shots. Steph Curry out of the corner, buries the three.
He's finally starting to shoot the ball here without hesitation. No thought or anything like that. He's not being shy. His aggressiveness is paying off tonight.
So Curry's got 7 off the bench.
That's great defense from Randolph there to hold off Brett Jennings.
You don't want to run. They ran at Baumute to leave Ridnour. Dare Baumute to shoot 20-footers. Randolph couldn't get the English. Maggette kept it alive, but here come the Bucks. 100 miles an hour, and he'll draw the foul. He's left-handed, but he's equally adept going right with the right hands.
Well, if you reach for the ball, he'll make you pay the price there in the penalty, and he did.
8:44 remaining in the half. Mandatory timeout. The tempo is the Warriors as they lead by 10.
More people say yes to Toyota than any other brand in California. Right now, you can say yes to Tundra and get 0% APR financing, plus $1,000 in bonus cash or $2,000 cash back. There's also big savings on Tacoma. You want a great deal? The answer is yes.
What the hell is this place? I don't know how I got here.
Knock, knock.
Where's the road out of here?
There is no out. There is only in.
Tomorrow night, AMC presents the television event of the year.
I refuse to become a prisoner.
Jim Caviezel and Academy Award nominee Ian McKellen.
I'm a free man.
You only think you're free.
The Prisoner begins tomorrow night at 8, only on AMC.
If you're looking for the love of your life, you could try your luck on dating sites, or you could graduate to eHarmony. eHarmony isn't a dating site, it's a relationship site. We go beyond the pictures and paragraphs to match you on the deepest dimensions of compatibility, like intellect and values, things proven to be the foundation of successful long-term relationships. If you want love, don't settle for a dating site. Go to eHarmony.com. Get started today and review all your compatible matches absolutely free.
Look at tonight's Klondike news and notes from around the league. Already had a coaching change. Josh Howard still recovering from that surgically repaired ankle.
That was last May.
Portland is a minute away from winning their 6th in a row. Sacramento with a nice win over Houston last night. Klondike news and notes. And Chris Paul, how long will he be out with that injured ankle?
Yeah, they're
sustained last night.
Disarray. Losing Byron Scott. But probably more importantly, losing Chris Paul for amount of time. And, you know, Josh Howard with that ankle, the surgery's back in May.
Yeah.
It's still lingering on, and there's no timetable for his return.
You said something interesting when Jennings got to the line there. If you reach, he will make you pay.
Yeah.
Once you figure that out,
sucker play.
Yeah, I mean, that's once you figure that out, you're moving your feet and retreating. I mean, how do you play him?
And that's exactly what CJ should have done there. Just, you know, keep retreating. Yes, he's shooting pretty well from the field this year at 45, 46%.
Yeah, but not tonight where he's 1 of 6.
But it doesn't matter. You play percentages there. No matter what, if you let him get around and get to the basket, that's a greater percentage.
There you go. Jennings splitting the free throws. Yeah, you know, you see him left-handed, and I'm thinking, okay, well, Kenny Anderson went left. Lenny Wilkins went left. This kid's going left and right, and he's doing it at a very high rate of speed.
Why they let Thomas put an arm and elbow into Randolph as he's driving. He's facing up the hoop. He starts to drive, and they're letting Thomas.
Yeah, you could do that into a man's back when he's posted up.
But not that one.
There's 6 to shoot.
He's holding. Randolph can barely move. Watch the right arm here. If I had a telestrator, I'd circle it for you. Now Haywood Horton is talking to him about it.
Yeah, he's saying, Kurt, you've been a rough customer for a long time, but he's just shoving him.
Tony Brothers had the angle.
And Randolph scored on him anyway. And he's smiling, saying, I'm still younger and quicker.
Well, it was smart of him to go at him when he knew that the officials were watching everything there.
Right.
Okay?
To say Thomas has been rugged throughout his career would be an understatement. Meeks missing there. Mute was shoved in the back. Getty will pick up the foul.
See, even the hold there, but facing up, Kurt Thomas knew the officials were watching. He actually bumped Randolph. He could have gone to the line easily. When you weigh that kind of numbers as Kurt Thomas does, that does bother you.
Steph Curry got on the glass with Kurt Thomas to knock that away. The Mighty Mites hanging in there tonight in Milwaukee.
No, they called traveling, and I'm not sure about that. He had a left foot pivot foot, and I watched it the whole way because I knew he was in a vulnerable position. Let's watch his left foot here as he steps in. Okay. There. Oh, he dragged it just a little bit. Haywood Workman on top of it. Just overextended that lead step initially.
Curry is called for a foul on Ridnour there. And you watch Thomas on the other end, and you're just wondering.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the discrepancy?
It's a little bizarre.
This is the pace that the Bucks want to play at.
And see, Mute, live with him taking jumpers all day.
CJ's going to get this. No.
Good play by Jody Meeks. Took away that passing lane. Meeks runs right to the three-point line.
Not shy, is he?
The Bucks are shooting under 30%. Warriors are making them a jump shooting team. Randolph is fouled.
That was not smart. He had already terminated his dribble.
See, Anthony, we've talked about that right shoulder and that right arm. He's not moving it a lot. He's kind of dangling there. Mentioned that he injured it in Indiana.
Smart to pick up the ball there, not try to dribble. He'd already done that, and Bogut takes the bait.
And he hit him on the right shoulder and wrist again. Barely played in the Knicks game because his first drive he got pulled down on his right shoulder last night. And he's just trying to play through it. Fortunately, he is left-handed, but you just watch his body language with the right shoulder, and it's not good. But you love his free throwing this year. Anthony Randolph at 88%. And the Warriors 10 of 11 free throwing as the lead grows to 13, equaling their largest of the night. Drive and dunk. That to his right hand and flushed it.
Warriors still have a double-digit lead. They've controlled the game. That's a deep shot for him.
And he buries it. Anthony Randolph with a 21-footer.
He works all the time on it, doesn't he? He just, you know, the great players have a desire to get better all the time, and they play every game to their utmost and fullest, trying to improve, and that's what he's doing.
Well, what this group is doing is giving Monte Ellis and Steven Jackson an ability to rest a little bit on the back end of a back-to-back.
Ridnour likes open shots.
Randolph soaring in, ball loose, and you see the scrappy Mute, and then all that extra work. Defensively, the Warriors forced 2 misses there, but it's the third opportunity for the Bucks that becomes a bucket.
You just love players, and you know Scott Skiles loves Mute.
Corey Maggette jumper.
Shot that with confidence. Came right off, no hesitation. Said, okay, I'll do it.
Warriors shooting at 58%. Last night, that was the percentage for the game. Double Bogut. They can pick up the dribble, try to recover to shooters. Bogut with the left hand there.
Well, Anthony didn't fight him for that position. So the play was over as soon as he caught him, essentially.
Getty hammered. Ridnour reached in.
Now, is he going to lobby that he was shooting 2 free throws? Yes.
Take us to a stoppage with 5:14 remaining in the first half. Warriors up 11. Look at Randolph's range.
Their job is to protect it.
Tomorrow we're going to be transporting $42 million.
Their plan is to steal it.
We're going to take that money. Are you crazy?
On December 4th, only one of them will walk away.
Promise me nobody gets hurt. That's a promise.
Who will be the last man standing?
Stop!
Armored. Rated PG-13.
The cash is hitting fast and hard at Cache Creek Casino Resort. It's the Cash Blitz every day through November 22nd. Every 30 minutes from 2 till midnight, we're running the Blitz and passing out $500 twice every hour. Every single day, that's over $10,000 in cash. Play your favorite slots and tables and get on the receiving end of our Cash Blitz. Only at Cache Creek. Play here and play the best.
See Gladys Knight, March 13th. Tickets available at cashcreek.com.
What are people willing to do for a Klondike bar now that it has a thicker, more chocolatey shell? Oh, this is the next girl that comes out of this gym.
That's the next woman that came out of the gym.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Find out what happens next at KlondikeManCave.com.
3 great deals starting at $8.99 every day after 4 p.m. and all day Sunday. Subway, eat fresh.
You're watching Comcast Sportsnet, authentic Bay Area sports.
Warriors up 11 with 5:14 remaining in the first half. You can get 4 games in the lower level. And you get back to Oracle with a Laker package. Lakers coming to town on Saturday, November 28th. Also, there's a weekend plan with Shaq and the Cleveland Cavaliers and their only visit. For more information on all the 4-packs, Laker 4-packs and others, go to Warriors.com or 888-GSW-HOOP and press 1 with operators ready to explain and help you right now.
Warriors are giving all they have tonight. They're playing a very, very disciplined game, and yet they're running at every opportunity. The game plan is solid. Let's see if they can execute. The most amazing thing, though, one of the most amazing things, Bob, in the early going, you know what it is? That you know it was Cab Calloway playing on the big screen. I didn't know you could go back that far.
Barnett tried to stump me.
I tell you, I'm impressed.
I'll give you a hint, though. That was a scene from the Blues Brothers. I've seen that movie 50 times.
In other words, without that, you wouldn't have known.
I probably still.
You know what? It still counts.
Okay. And he was singing Minnie the Moocher.
Yes, he was. Don't downplay it. Maggette did lobby and somehow coerced himself to the line because he was passing the ball. In fact, Scott Skiles kind of brought that up to the attention, didn't he?
Yes.
The timeout to the officials.
Corey said, come on, you know I wanted to shoot that.
Look at those numbers last night. 25 minutes, 22 points.
This is more like it for the Warriors from the foul line. 12 of 13 free throwing. Mikey Moore back in. Brandon Jennings from deep. Doesn't have that traditional spin, but he knuckles in that 3-ball.
Well, neither did Tim Hardaway. And he knuckled in quite a few.
Roko Ukic, the backup point guard who had been in Toronto, is on AC Law here. Monte Ellis is back in. Shot clock down to 7. Yet he felt the contact. Mikey Moore from deep. And Mikey Moore, as you said, Jim, best game he's had.
Yep. And it's an important time for him to flourish.
Well, you think of the Warriors that just staggered with the loss of Kelena Azubuike, carted off with a knee injury in that first quarter. Bogut fouled.
Now, Mikey Moore is fronting, which he should do. He's doing a good job of that. There was no weak side help that time, so he just grabbed and held. Bogut missed the last 31 games last year. Only played 36 total, but with that strained lower back. But he, you know, first time he averaged over 10 rebounds a game as he did last year in those number of games.
The Bucks, the most international team in the league with 8 foreign-born players, and Andrew Bogut is Croatian but grew up in Australia. So yes. I mean, you know, and then went to Utah. And our Marines.com leaders of the game. The Bucks have 8 foreign-born players on the roster as Bogut splits the free throws.
Bobcats are climbing up there. Toronto's always been proactive in that area. In fact, Carlos Delfino, who spent last year in Europe, used to play in Toronto. He's on the Bucks roster now.
AC Law wing jumper smoothly through. Love that little elbow action the Warriors have been running.
You see AC Law shoot a three-pointer. He has the knuckleest of knuckle
Yes, he does. Hoyt Wilhelm was proud of AC Law's three-pointer.
That's good.
Or Wilbur Wood. Or Phil Niekro. Bob Moute.
He's just hard to move out. He just got position and just held to the ground there.
And Maggette just grabbed him to save the layup. And get Steven Jackson back in.
You see Bob Moute just down there. He just locked up Corey Maggette in the arms. And you know who fouled who? Because believe me, Bob Moute knows how to do that. You can do that. You know, you reach over on somebody else and lock his arm down. It looks like it's the opponent holding on.
Now, be honest, I've talked to a couple rebounders. They might step on a foot every once in a while. I step on your foot and then jump up.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, these weren't the cleanest of rebounders, but I'm just saying that's kind of a little dirty trick that goes on inside too. Bob Moute splitting the free throws. Now the tempo in the second quarter has been more to Milwaukee's liking, but the Warriors have executed very well.
Because they're continuing to shoot the ball well. That cures a lot of evils there.
Teardrop by Watson, bothered by Bogut, and here come the Bucks. Better look to Bell in the corner. His three rattles out, tipped up and in by Brandon Jennings. Now that shouldn't have happened. You had Jackson, Maggette, and Monte there, and they let the smallest player on the court go right to the iron. And then Ellis having it knocked away. And here comes Jennings again, and Maggette.
You should get something here.
Jackson walks into a three.
I really don't like to take a three when you have a 2-on-1. I say drive that to the basket. The percentages you're going to score. You won't get the three. Well, you might get a three-point shot attempt after you're fouled if you make a layup. But drive it to the rim.
Bogut.
He's got a good left, doesn't he?
He does. Andrew Bogut with 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 of 8 shooting. Biggest man on the court and using that size to advantage.
Down to single digits.
Mikey Moore remains perfect.
He's got the flow going. He's got a hot hand.
Mikey Moore is 5 of 5, and look at the bench having a lot of fun.
Puts it up to a 10-point lead again.
Mikey is a very popular player on the team. They're pulling for him. Leaning on Mount Bogut. CJ comes to double, and there's Monte right in the passing lane perfectly. Great rotation. He ends up with a layup. That's how to play defense when you go to double.
Bogut went for a skip pass, and Monte read it. Stepped right up to the lane.
Jennings.
Yeah, he's quick. I love those kinds of bodies like that. Wiry, strong. You say, geez, awfully skinny. Yeah, but you know what? He's wiry strong.
List him at 169 pounds. Mickey Moore thought about it. And then Ridnour. Good hands in the passing lane in his own right. Here comes Jennings again. Jennings blocked by Mikey Moore.
That is great recovery by Bob Moute.
Yep.
He was sidewind, just blinded by that screen, but he fought through it and got to the shooter.
Yeah, Monte never thought he'd come back. And when he did, it really affected that shot. Bob Moute lost the ball, but it goes right to Jennings. In on Mikey Moore again. And Bob Moute will get the freebie. The Bucks have taken 50 shots to the Warriors 38. I mean, they're just getting more whacks at it. It's just strictly a rebounding issue. Bucks have a foul to give. Maggette and Charlie Bell draped on him.
That isn't what Don Nelson wanted there. Maggette didn't want it either, but he was forced into the shot.
But that was the 2-for-1.
He wanted the ball initially just to go one-on-one, and he had a clear side. There, he had no room to work.
There's that two-man game, Bogut and Jennings. Jennings on Mikey Moore. Bogut, another rebound, and gets the foul.
That's a cheap one. Yeah, we just reached up and...
The Warriors are small, they're undersized, and they're missing big bodies. They're hanging in as best they can, but Bogut is eating them up.
Headed to the auto show to find your new car? Then log on to autotrader.com/win and enter for a chance to win 50 grand towards your ultimate new ride. Autotrader.com, the Bay Area's ultimate automotive marketplace.
Are you watching that skateboarding kitten video again, Larry?
I like kittens.
Larry, you have access to over 100,000 real video clips at Comcast.net from providers like Fox Sports, CBS News, and E! Entertainment.
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
Do they have stuff with kittens?
Enough with the kittens, Larry.
Over 100,000 video clips from trusted news and entertainment sources, only at Comcast.net.
It may seem intimidating, but really, it's one of the easiest things you can ever do.
I've been practicing.
Good. You're gonna need it.
Help America's youth. Be a friend. Be a mentor. Just be there.
Go to bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
The Vernon Davis business with the quote this week.
I told Vernon Davis, you know what, you got away with it. And let's let that do.
He made that statement. They backed it up. They got to win. Now put another one behind it. Go back to back.
Warriors up 8 with Bogut free throws coming. 12 seconds left in the half. Sportsnet Central tonight. Jamie Sire and Chuck Fisher have a recap of this one. Stanford didn't upset USC. They dominated USC 55-21. And the Sharks on the road at St. Louis. So tonight on Sportsnet Central. We spoke about the international flavor here in Milwaukee. More foreign-born players than any other team in the NBA. 83 internationals in the league. 8 on this team. Bogut, Carlos Delfino, Francisco Elson, and Gad Zaric, both from the Netherlands. Elson, former Cal product, lives in Amsterdam in the offseason. Ersan Ilyasova from Turkey with Roko Ukic from Croatia. Luke Ba'amute is actually a prince in his village in Cameroon. And Joe Alexander, who was with us in China a year ago. He's Taiwanese born and speaks Mandarin.
One player from Cameroon, he belongs to the Bucks. 2 players from the Netherlands, both on the Bucks.
Bogut missing the free throw. Now, Mikey Moore picked up his 3rd foul on that last play, and so Don Nelson going to get him off the floor. Get McGetty in for this final offensive sequence.
I'll tell you, they would not be in position if not for Mikey Moore tonight.
Now 11 points.
5 of 5 shooting, and he's played less than 13 minutes.
Bogut missed them both, and Warriors fortunate. Ilyasova went over McGetty's back, and Morrow came back.
Let's get something going here. You got 5 seconds.
The Bucks have a foul to give, which is why Bell went for the reach-in.
Got a foul in now.
And that will do it. Charlie Bell had the foul to give. He went for it. And the Warriors don't get a shot off.
How do you get a shot there? Everybody run down. The big man comes to the top of the circle. You throw it ahead, and then everybody busts off him.
Yeah, dribbling there instead of passing cost the Warriors. 8-point game at the half. Milwaukee and shooting a wonderful percentage and actually limiting the Bucks to quite poor shooting. The difference is Milwaukee's had 12 extra shots. Bogut with the size advantage. But for the Warriors, some found money with the way Mikey Moore has played. And the center battle, Bogut's only got a 2-point advantage.
No, they've held him in check. You know, the Warriors got off to a fast start. They controlled the tempo. They scored 30 points on the Bucks in the first quarter. Shot the ball extremely well in both quarters. Bogut, yes, he's got 13, but he also has 3 turnovers. They have been hurt by second chance points, but that's the only thing that's hurt them. Other than that, they're playing an excellent basketball game. You hate to see Azubuike go down as he did. That's unfortunate, but they can't control that.
Yeah, emotionally after Kalena was carted off, Warriors kind of bounced back. Mikey Moore Best game he's had in a Warrior uniform. 5 of 5 from the field. Has been hitting jumpers, bailing them out with the shot clock winding down.
Hasn't missed a shot at all, shooting from the perimeter. He's gotten a little feed off from Steven Jackson, and he's more than negated Andrew Bogut. We know Bogut's going to score. He's having his best season now in his 5th year, and flourishing now that Michael Redd doesn't have the ball in his hands. Their leading scorer over the past few years. But you look at the halftime stats, the Warriors at 56%, and the Bucks, they're scrambling and scrambling defensively. They forced some bad shots on them. They're at 35%. If that can hold true, the Warriors have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, but 14 offensive rebounds for Milwaukee, even with all 5 guys going to the glass. And it hasn't been lack of effort or energy. It's just a size differential. The Warriors are scrapping and banging in there.
They really
Milwaukee's just getting more opportunities with the size. It's a tempo thing. Get out of the half court as much as possible if they're going to have a chance.
Yeah, and the Warriors have done a good job. On the road, you want to limit turnovers. They've done that tonight. I love the way they're getting out and giving themselves a chance to score, either via the break or at least in early offense. The Bucks have no fast break points. That's the way they want to play. Control the tempo, half court.
We'll see if Mikey Moore has another second half in him, or can Monte Ellis carry the mail. Warriors up 8, the 3rd quarter on the way.
My mom mentioned eHarmony, and I just didn't take myself as a guy who really needed the internet. And then I kind of changed my ideas where it wasn't necessarily to get a date, it was to meet the right person.
Now review all your matches absolutely free at eHarmony.com.
When accidents happen, having AAA auto insurance turns things around for you quickly, reliably, and personably. Just the way our legendary road service can get you out of a jam anytime, anywhere.
Oh my goodness.
So make the right call now to request a no-obligation free quote from an agent trained to find you the right coverage. And discover the AAA difference. Like friendly claim service you can count on 24/7. AAA certified repairs that are done fast and done right. And discounts of up to 15% for having AAA auto, home, and life insurance.
Oh, yeah. AAA?
That's good.
All at great low rates. You'll also get this free AAA accident kit just for calling to get a quote. It all starts here with a simple phone call.
Hi, AAA?
So call today and get a free gift when you ask for a no-obligation free quote. Get more. Get AAA.
This is weird. It's like a really obvious metaphor for Comcast high-speed internet, which is so much faster than DSL from the phone company. It's like a dream.
Let's do it again, Bill. Bill.
Carolyn! We still have DSL, right?
You had the bad dream again, didn't you?
Yeah, but this time she was blonde.
Go way faster than DSL with Comcast high-speed internet.
Rechargeable battery myth number 34.
Old rechargeable batteries are the right move when you're missing a chess piece.
The reality is that old rechargeable batteries can and should be recycled. Rechargeable batteries are the power in cordless power tools, cell phones and cordless phones, video cameras, and other portable electronics. When they can no longer hold a charge, however, old rechargeable batteries must be recycled. Visit calltorecycle.org or call toll-free to learn more. If it's rechargeable, it's recyclable.
Milwaukee on a Saturday night with the Warriors up 8, and we talked about Monte Ellis leading the way and Brandon Jennings having the green light in Milwaukee into the first half. Monte very good with 8 points on 4 of 7 shooting. In the half court, he was able to get to the rim. And then on double teams, he was reading passing lanes.
I like Monte's game tonight. Yeah, the 2 steals, but more importantly, he's under control, forced only 1 shot. He's 4 of 7. And Brandon Jennings had to be taken off the floor in the first quarter because he just couldn't stay with Monte, and he wasn't scoring. All 10 of his points came in the second quarter. But Bob, they made him a volume shooter. He is 4 of 13 from the field. So Monte simply has been better than Brandon Jennings in that regard. Nice control game for the Warriors. Nice balanced scoring there. And then off the bench, 23 points as you look at the leading scorers from the Bucks. Bogut, 13. But yeah, he still has been negated. Mikey Moore has matched that with his output of 11.
A lock and lob to Mikey Moore.
Now it's tied.
And Monte delivered it perfectly, and Bogut was fooled. If you're just tuning in, Kelena Azubuike was carted off the floor with a knee injury in the first quarter. So C.J. Watson starts the second half. CJ and Monte, Anthony Morrow, Mikey Moore, and Jackson.
Not two hands on him. Otherwise, Mikey Moore is flirting with his fourth foul.
Bogut driving. And they finally get a three from Charlie Bell. Bell had been 0 for 4. It's Bell and Bogut with Luke Ridnour starting the second half.
They have been hurt by the three. That's the 6th one in 13 attempts. So that and second chance points has kept Milwaukee in the game despite their poor shooting overall. Ball has to move. If you don't do that, you play right into their hands.
I'll tell you, Bob Moute, he exerts effort. CJ Watson with the three from Jackson with a feed. When Steven moves the ball, he's drawing defenders. He's got a good look in terms of setting up the shooters.
Watson 7 of 8 last night, including 2 of 2 from 3. Tonight, he's 2 of 3, 1 of 1 from 3. How efficient is that? And he's not looking to just hog the ball. He's just waiting for the chances to come.
Bogut was waiting to see if he'd have a double team, but Steven Jackson called for an illegal defense 3-second violation.
Drive the middle, kick it out before you get into trouble, and from the corner, that's as easy as a free throw.
It is?
Yeah, from the corner with nobody on you. 22 feet, absolutely.
All right. Spoken like a guy who can stand there in a suit and tie and hit 15 in a row, as you do before games many times. That technical free throw missed on the illegal defense. Ridnour.
See, when we're challenged, he is not the shooter.
Said leave him open, he's dangerous.
Yeah. Come at him.
Steven Jackson, kind of a wild sequence there, and he just lost the ball out of bounds.
Well, he's just fortunate he didn't pick up a charge in the process. See, Bogut is not coming out. If they can lose Jackson's man on the high screen by Mikey Moore, he'll have a wide open shot. Bogut is staying way back in the lane. He's not even attempting to come out.
Yeah, they're daring Mikey to continue that good shooting. Brandon Jennings dropping in the jumper.
Fell right into the screen.
Hey, Jennings can get wherever he wants on the floor. That is a good handle. That's just what you talked about, Jim, and the Mikey Moore setting up CJ, rattling that three out.
Got a little defense from Ridnour late.
Pressed as well as Jennings goes right. Moute, that's a charge. Now that is different than the AC Law pass and crash. This was I'm running a guy over like a pulling guard for the Green Bay Packers.
And it denies Bogut and the Bucks a basket.
On the curl.
Love the way he faded away. Didn't get the shot, but he spaced away and got some clearance.
Monte nearly had the steal. He moved his feet.
Boy, did he.
But by reaching in, he's called for the foul. He beat Ridnour to the spot.
Ridnour is breathing a huge sigh of relief on that, because Monte got to the spot that he was going before him, and it wasn't even directly to the hoop.
Monte's second foul.
They just switched inside. That's why Bob Moute got over.
Morrow getting on the floor. Anthony Morrow with the effort, coming up with that steal. Monte in on Ridnour, and he is helicoptered and fouled. Anthony Morrow, you want to talk about some grit. Gets in on Bob Moute. He's giving up the size and the weight, knocks it away. And then let me get on the floor and get that ball and then get it out.
With one hand. And then, this is a tough foul right there. And that could have been a very large spill for Monte Ellis.
Monte's first free throw of the night is fired.
So often, I'd love to see them isolate Monte on the side, but not so that he holds the ball and looks around. Keep the busy, keep someone occupied on the weak side, you know, kind of fake movement, just interplacing and replacing, and let him just go, because he strikes quickly. He doesn't hold the ball long. He makes a decision.
Brandon Jennings calling his no number. Jennings has taken 15 shots.
Plays with confidence, though, doesn't he?
He does. Jackson down the lane, able to sneak in with the left hand.
Strong move. just got enough clearance and space, and he's got a strong left hand too to finish.
Jennings has terminated the dribble. High screen. And now we're trying to get it back to Bogut. That left hand, wow, is he proficient with either hand? When you have that size, that baby hook is just unstoppable. Mikey Moore will get all those shots he wants.
It's better off a pick and roll. He can pick and pop.
And Monte using Mikey Moore effectively, hitting the jumper.
That's what I was going to say. It's for the guard to come off that screen. If he wants to look for the shot, it's always there because Bogut will not come out on him. He's staying back for the drive.
Force feeding Bogut with good success tonight. Double comes. Jennings knocking down the three.
Well, he's since the first quarter, he's been terrific.
Well, the Bucks only shoot 33% on threes for the year, but they're 7 of 15 tonight, 47%.
That's a deep three by Steven, front of the rim.
Warriors, in contrast, only 2 of 7 on threes.
Now, despite the Bucks' poor shooting, their threes have enabled them to still make it respectable.
Yeah, that and 11 more shots. Amute over the top. Mikey Moore read it perfectly and knocked it away.
How are they going to run this break?
You see Bell, he knows to stay with Morrow, and then the Warriors throw it away. They've had some fast break opportunities to not even get a shot up. Yeah, it's tough.
That's very frustrating.
Both teams have committed 9 turnovers.
Maybe a cut on Charlie Bell. At least some blood. They're going to take a look.
They call this the infectious disease control timeout, which basically means a player has blood either on his jersey or on his body.
He's got a little cut there.
Speaking of cut,
you go to the corner.
Pacquiao.
Yes.
The fight tonight.
Is that tonight?
It's against Miguel Cotto. And we are staying here in Milwaukee, so.
You don't have an entourage like Pacquiao, do you?
No.
That's good.
No, Pacquiao, well, he has the entire Filipino community. We've seen some of those 24/7 shows on Manny Pacquiao. He's got the whole country on his shoulders.
We just came off celebrating Filipino night at Oracle Arena.
Yes, we did.
It was nice, too.
7:09 remaining in the third, with the Warrior lead at 6. Despite the Bucks shooting 40%, it's the three-point shooting and their superior size giving them the rebound advantage. The Warriors are scrappy and hanging in there as best they can. Losing Azubuike in the first quarter.
I think it's very important for the Warriors not to lose this lead. Because
Jennings just serves it up.
That was way too easy. Way too easy.
Well, you could see how he had 32 against Denver. And Jennings is tough to deal with. Monte goes right by him, in on Bogut with the left hand. Took the contact with the right, spun it in with the left.
He doesn't mess around with it. He gets the ball and he strikes.
Monte's got 13.
That's one of his best assets. He didn't stand around and make everybody.
Jennings, the delivery to Bogut, and Morrow with the foul.
Jennings doesn't do too much standing around either. He's pretty crafty. Just goes right in and kind of froze the defender. But how about that little roll? Off the left hand, curling it in. As I said, he doesn't need a screen. Monte does not need a screen. If he can get people on the weak side and get them occupied defensively, he can go to the iron as much as he wants.
It was a good foul by Morrow. It saved the Warriors 2 points because he had a dunk. And Anthony had to give up his 4th foul, but Bogut is 1 of 6 free throwing.
He's missed his last 4 here, the last 2 before the half, and the 2 here in the third. Warriors aren't scoring at the pace they were.
Milwaukee in his zone. Shot clock at 3. Monte. Bogut just snatches down the rebound. The Warriors have only 1 offensive rebound in the game. Said the Bucks are the best rebounding team in the league as Jennings hits another 3. Brandon Jennings with 22 points.
He's electrifying. And they've come in the last 18 minutes of play for him.
Monte in the seam of the zone. Couldn't get that one to drop.
You know what Jennings is going to do with it? There it is.
With the right hand and the foul. And Brandon Jennings to the line with an opportunity to complete the three-point play. Timeout on the floor. 5:35 left in the third. Milwaukee's last lead was 7-6. With Brandon Jennings exploding here in the third quarter.
When you search for a car at Autotrader.com, we send more cars your way than anyone. A lot more cars. So you can narrow it down by model, the color, even the price. When you search from the largest selection,
that's the one.
You get the car you want at the price you want. Autotrader.com, the ultimate automotive marketplace.
This is a Thunder Valley Casino Sports Flash.
Stanford made it look easy today in L.A. The Cardinal with a huge upset win over USC, 55-21 the final score. I'm Chuck Fisher inside the Comcast Sportsnet studios. Here's a breakdown of how the Cardinal were able to put those 55 points on the board. Andrew Luck threw for 144 yards and ran for 61 more. He had 3 touchdowns on the day and no interceptions. Toby Gerhart ran for 178 yards and 3 scores. Stanford handed once dominant USC its second blowout loss in 3 weeks. For complete coverage of the Stanford Cardinal, check out Sportsnet Central tonight at 10:30 and midnight and on the web 24/7 at csnbayarea.com.
This has been a Thunder Valley Casino Sports Flash.
The Thunder Valley Free Fantasy Football Challenge. Win up to $10,000 a week. All the thrills of winning without the risk of serious injury. Exclusively at the jackpot capital of California, Thunder Valley Casino.
Warrior lead at 1 with 5.5 remaining in the third. Brandon Jennings, 6 of 6 in the quarter, 14 points with the free throw coming. CSNBayarea.com poll question. Log on and press Warriors and answer.
You and I were just talking about this, weren't we?
The best guard to come out of this draft. It is awfully early to be asking, but we've seen some very talented guards. Tyreek Evans liked him a lot in Sacramento. Brandon Jennings is putting on a display. Stephen Curry, very quality player. And Johnny Flynn has his moments with Minnesota.
They're all different because Tyreek plays like a point guard, power forward. Right. Okay?
And then don't forget, we have not seen yet James Harden in Oklahoma City, and then DeMar DeRozan, who's in Toronto. There's a lot of talent in this draft.
Stephen Curry is more the model of shooting, great shooter, facilitator as a point guard. Jennings, kind of a combo of that, too. Johnny Flynn, to me, is a primary scoring point guard.
Our first tie of the game since we were at 0-0. So Jennings, 15 of his 25 here in the quarter. Anthony Randolph in. Step back on Bogut.
They're playing right to the Bucks' hands right now.
They're just launching jumpers.
They've got to get out and run again.
How hot is Jennings? That hot. He has yet to miss in the quarter. Steph Curry finding Morrow. His 3 offline.
7 straight shots for Jennings.
What can you say? 8 of 8. This kid is something else. He's got 30, 20 in the third, and there's 4.5 minutes left. And Curry is fouled. Got people coming out of their seats here at the Bradley Center.
Don Nelson's press conference before the game, a lot of people asked, what do you think about Jennings? He said, well, we had him in. We liked him an awful lot. He's a good kid, too. Got a nice spirit about him, nice way, easy going. And boy, is he hot tonight.
Jennings went 10th in the draft. Cody Meeks in, Ridnour out.
If Stephen Curry had already gone, they would have taken Brandon Jennings, is my feeling. You know?
Okay.
If Stephen had already been taken, I mean, it would have been Brandon. Ray Don was talking. Offense has gotten a little more stagnant, though. We've seen this before.
Jackson, tough turnaround, and the Warriors needed that bucket.
He bailed
in the worst way. Don't forget, the Bucks, the best defensive team in the NBA. Charlie Bell driving, and there's just no size there. Curry behind the back to Morrow.
But they get it to someone who's not going to do as much damage, you wouldn't think.
Blocking foul on Bogut. Randolph did this to Roy Hibbert, too. Anthony, if he settles for a 22-footer, he may make it once in a while. But the one advantage he has on the 7-foot, 270-pound guys is he should be quicker than them.
Right.
Make them move laterally. There's like, you know, an aircraft carrier trying to turn in the ocean.
He's got to make more of a move there. That was still a little predictable as far as Bogut assessed it.
Drop it in the free throw. You can get 2 tickets in the lower level for home games versus the Pacers or Rockets. Get 2 and get 1 tree. There's a $50 Christmas tree voucher. The tickets, the Christmas tree, all for $99. Log on to Warriors.com or 888-GSW-HOOP. Operators ready to help you as Randolph splits free throws. Alley-oop.
That's making Bogut better. You see the crowd's all into it. The Bucks have their confidence. Jennings is rolling. And the Warriors have to play catch-up.
Steph Curry somehow finished, took the body from Bogut.
Should have been at the line.
Still made the shot.
I don't know how you make that shot. To the left, he liked it. Yeah.
That would have been Bogut's 4th foul. That was a big no call.
Charlie Bell, you love this game within the game, said that was a heck of a shot. He's over there. He appreciated it too.
Bogut with the left hand.
He just lumbers through there, and it's hard to stop him.
Bogut with 19 and 10. Steven Jackson and Bogut blocking it. It went off of Jackson. It's Milwaukee ball. 2:47 remaining in the third. The Bucks lead is 6. Brandon and Bogut working well for the Bucks. And Curry with an answer of his own.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? Ow! What would you do now that it has a thicker, more chocolatey shell?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
The Sharks have moved to Comcast Sportsnet California with more games in HD than ever before. And if you missed the game or just want to watch it again, Sharks Hockey is available on Comcast On Demand. From your on-demand menu, select sports and fitness, then Comcast Sportsnet, and then Sharks. Watch the Sharks when you want, how you want, with Comcast Sportsnet On Demand. New season, new network. The Sharks are on Comcast Sportsnet California.
When you give to the Marine Mammal Center, you're not just helping these magical, lovable creatures when they get caught in nets, or injured by boats, or get sick or abandoned. When you give to the Marine Mammal Center, you're also helping another magical, lovable creature. You. To see how we're connected or to donate, go to marinemammalcenter.org. Save our seals, save ourselves.
Tomorrow, the Sharks Roadshow makes a stop in the Windy City against one of the original 6 as they lace him up for an afternoon matchup with King Sharp and the Blackhawks. Sharks, Blackhawks tomorrow at 4, only on Comcast Sportsnet California.
Warrior basketball brought to you by Cache Creek. You can play Comcast Sportsnet Fantasy Picks presented by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Enter your picks at csnbayarea.com for a chance to win a round of golf for 4 courtesy of Cache Creek. The Bucks are 13 of 14 shooting here in the third quarter. It's been Bogut and Brandon Jennings, but Jennings 8 of 8. And we're talking perimeter bombs.
Well, he's really mixed it up. 3 of 3 from three-point range. He has scored 20 points in the quarter, and you still have 2:45 to go.
And he walks in for a layup there. So Jennings had 32 against the Nuggets. He's got 32 right now.
9 of 9. The only thing he's done wrong is missed 1 free throw this quarter.
Steph Curry answers in response. Curry's got 11 on 5 of 7 shooting in 11 minutes.
When you're a player and you're this hot, the basket feels 3 times bigger, and everything slows down for you. Everything.
He's not going to miss. He's 10 of 10.
You know what the defender is going to do before he does. That's how it is. You get into the zone. He is in the zone.
24-point quarter, 34 in the game for Brandon Jennings.
And it's coming easily to him. Believe me. This is not easy.
No, that was an ugly sequence there. On Bahamute, and Jackson just dribbled out the shot clock and threw one up. Jody Meeks. The Warriors are just happy it wasn't Brandon Jennings or Bogut.
Jennings gave it up, and Bogut passed up a shot.
Steph Curry setting up AC Law, able to hit that 3.
Well, the Warriors controlled the first half. Jennings has controlled the third quarter.
Another 3. Oh, my goodness. 11 of 11. A 27-point quarter for Brandon Jennings.
What's the most in a quarter in the NBA this year? Is it Dirk Nowitzki's 29?
Yep, in the fourth quarter against Utah.
Yep.
Curry 3. He's hot in his own right.
Yeah, he hasn't had a bad night. He's shooting it very, very well. Let's see what Brandon does here.
He's never going to miss. He may never miss.
He has been amazing. He's fun to watch. You got to appreciate it.
29 and a quarter, 39 in the game. Even Jackson, a 1-foot runner. Tough in his own right.
Only down 8 after this incredible display by this young man with the ball. Let's see what he does for the final shot of the quarter.
He's got him standing in the Bradley Center. The Warriors have a foul to give.
Well, they've got 3 people waiting for him.
He launches again. He's human. He misses. Finally. 4.4 left. Brandon Jennings is going to play a lot of years in this league, but he will remember this quarter.
The Bucks have a foul to give also, and otherwise the Warriors could just push this one down. If the Bucks are smart, they won't let them throw it and try to get a shot.
12 of 13, 29 points in the quarter for Brandon Jennings. 39 in the game. 4.4 to work with. Randolph on Bogut. Drives by him, gets fouled, and gets to the line.
How smart was that? They went cross court to Anthony Randolph. Bogut has 3 fouls. They did not want him to pick up the 4th. He just attacked him, and he got up into the shooting motion before even Bogut could grab him. This is smart play. They set it up perfectly, spaced it out. And now Bogut does pick up his 4th, and Randolph shoots 2. But Bogut couldn't go out and grab him to give the foul. That's a smart play.
And that's what we talk about Randolph realizing, okay, they've got size and bulk, but they can't move laterally. Anthony moves like a gazelle. Take it at him. Be aggressive there.
Well, the way they did that is they negated the foul to give that the Bucks had.
Randolph cashes in both free throws.
After all of that display by Jennings, the Warriors are only down 6. Don't foul.
Meeks 3-quarter court, and he banked it in. That's the kind of quarter it was for Milwaukee.
They could have fouled him before the shot, but not when he turned to shoot.
He turns.
They had a foul to give.
From 65 feet and banks one in.
But who would think? Why would you take the foul here? Because who would who's going to make this prayer? But it was answered.
It's going to count. The Bucks 18 of 21 shooting in the third, and they take the lead into the fourth.
Family deals at Subway restaurants. 3 great deals. 2 regular 6-inch fresh value meals, $8.99. Any 4 regular 6-inch subs, $9.99. Any 3 regular footlongs, $13.99. Every day after 4 p.m. and all day Sunday. Subway, eat fresh.
More people say yes to Toyota than any other car in California. Right now, you could say yes to Camry for just $199 a month, or Corolla for just $169 a month. You want a great deal? The answer is yes.
EA Sports. It's in the game. NBA Live 10 from EA Sports is here. In this limited time offer, it's included with your subscription to Sports Illustrated. That's right. Through an exclusive partnership between EA Sports and Sports Illustrated, you can get NBA Live 10, the full game, the same one sold in stores. It's included with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Call or go online to siorder.com now. Order 56 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $59, and you get NBA Live 10. Plus, you'll also get Greatest Moments in NBA History on DVD. Order now and get your game on. This exclusive package is available only with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. These items at retail will cost almost $200. But through this amazing offer, just $59 gets you all of this. A subscription to Sports Illustrated. NBA Live 10. The greatest moments in NBA history in a limited time offer. NBA Live provides an authentic basketball experience all season long. Don't miss out on this unbelievable package. Go online, siorder.com, or call now.
Tuesday, Kalina and the Warriors march on as they pass through the land of the king, looking to stop LeBron James and Cleveland's high-octane offense. Warriors, Cavs, Tuesday at 4 on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area.
I know you won't believe it, but Jody Meeks just missed a shot to begin the fourth quarter. The Bucks 18 of 21 shooting. Brandon Jennings 12 of 13, 29 in the quarter as Corey Maggette begins the fourth, dropping in the jumper. I mean, if you love basketball, that was a special 12 minutes. You got to give it up for Brandon Jennings and the way Milwaukee shot the ball.
Milwaukee 18 of 21. We're going to count that.
Randolph goaltended.
18 of 21 in the quarter, and Jennings was 12 of 13. The Warriors didn't shoot badly that quarter. They were 10 of 20, 50%.
18 of 21. The 3 misses were all threes. Bogut had 3 inside buckets. The rest were jump shots. I mean, that's the thing. They were teardrops. He had a Jennings layup as Maggette gets to the line.
Yeah, you do sit here, and we've seen a lot of basketball through the years. But it was, I mean, you have to appreciate the game, and you have to appreciate a display like that. It was fun to watch.
I don't think I've never seen a quarter like that. You know, I mean, we called the game where Kobe and Antoine Jameson had 51 each. There was a lot of scoring in that game, but to watch someone get that hot.
If the Warriors had been up by 12-15 with 2 minutes left in the quarter, I would like to see him get, 34 in a quarter or something like that, because that was something to be appreciated.
Corey Maggette dropping in both free throws.
7-point game. So they have to get back to the nuts and bolts of it.
Yeah, they took the body blow, and Azubuike went out with the injured knee. And they just watched this rookie go crazy. Blocked by Randolph. Jennings had that sent away. Steph Curry setting up Maggette. And it's Curry, C.J. Watson, A.C. Law with Maggette and Randolph. Jody Meeks, Brandon Jennings with Charlie Bell, Hakeem Warwick, and Ersan Ilyasova.
Bucks transition defense has been better this half.
Make anyone other than Jennings shoot the ball.
Let's see what they got here. It's just 4-on-4.
AC Law right down the lane, and he is fouled.
And that's nice because there was really nowhere to go there. He just initiated that contact, worked himself to the line.
So AC Law to shoot 2. Back end of a back-to-back, and the Warriors, against the best defensive team in the league, are shooting 54%. They've withstood the barrage of Bogut and Brandon Jennings, and they're hanging around in the game, down only 5. Jennings 39, Bogut 19.
29 points. That's a record against the Warriors.
How about Steph Curry? He knocked that ball out of bounds off Charlie Bell and forced the turnover.
Remember Sean Leonard up in Denver a few years ago? He had 26 and a quarter against the Warriors.
Okay.
Well, it was just broken by the rookie Brandon Jennings.
Getty on the post up, forgot to catch the ball. And the Warriors fortunate. 16 to shoot. Randolph, a good decisive move there and putting it up and in. That's the move for Anthony Randolph. Show and go.
And he finished the play, which wasn't easy.
Charlie Bell with C.J. Watson all over him. Ilyasova, bunny hop in the lane. The whistle blew. He thought it might be a travel. Instead, it's a blocking foul plus the bucket.
AC Law comes over. Did he get there in time? Not a whole lot of contact. He tried to sell it and tried to be subtle about it, but you can't argue with it.
Ilyasova picked up the dribble and then kind of clippity-clopped in there, did it smoothly, and got the three-point play.
That's a big play right there for them. Charge, it goes the other way. Three-point game. The Warriors could tie with a 3. Well,
long way to go.
As much as the Bucks have made them play their game in this half, Warriors are still hanging. There's a good look.
You see Law at the top, and he still made it. Took the contact and still finished.
That's his strength. He wouldn't be denied.
AC Law with 8 off the bench, and Jennings is fouled.
I wouldn't bail this kid out. So often, someone's so hot, and then you get the rest, and they can't find that rhythm again. This is a beautiful finish. Now, the official, Tony Brothers, said he went straight up. I disagree. You could see there at the end, he came down. That was a foul. But fortunately for AC, he converted anyway.
Yeah, you hear the phrase, and it's tossed around a lot, you know, finish strongly. AC Law,
yeah,
that's about as strong a finish as you're going to see.
But that was contact by the arms up high and coming down. Could have been at the line. You just go on and play.
Ridnour in, Monte Ellis in, Meeks out, and AC Law out.
I'd like to see Monte Ellis come alive here, okay? This could be time for him to do something. Jackson out of the game. Where's the scoring going to come from? We know about Maggette. If he can get an isolation, just let him go. They're waiting for him.
Goes right by Ilyasova and puts it up and in. That's why you don't want to see Corey settle for jumpers on guys like Ilyasova.
He can just do that.
4-point game.
He got poked in the eye, by the way. He's trying to fight through that.
Ilyasova. Another blocking foul as Maggette was in the restricted area, and bodies come careening on top of each other.
Well, tell me how many jump shots Ilyasova has hit tonight.
That'd be a 0.
Right. And Anthony Randolph ran at him and jumped.
Yeah, that's
rather than staying on the ground.
That's a habit Randolph's got to get out of. 8:50 remaining in the game. A good one in Milwaukee.
Liking people just for their looks is bad. Unless you're the one looking good. Unleash your hotness with an awesome cut from Supercuts. What you got cooking? Stylish cuts, only at Supercuts, every time. You know who's got a big mouth? Your hair. Make it stop blurting out your age. In just 10 minutes, Supercut Supercolor darkens grays discreetly. Ooh, well, who's this handsome young man? Supercolor, only at Supercuts, every time.
At TireRack.com, we stock more tires than anyone else, anywhere. Nearly 1 million tires. But we don't just stock them, we test them. And we post user reviews, so you can find which tires are the best for you and your car. One more way, Tire Rack is revolutionizing the way you buy tires. And right now, when you buy a set of 4 select Michelin tires, get a $70 mail-in rebate. For details, go to TireRack.com/TV.
Research, buy, deliver, install.
I hustle, because true passion is earned one practice at a time. I respect those who say without discipline there is no glory. I push to be at the top of my class, not just the top of my game. I play to make the last pass, not just the final shot. I challenge those who say it's about me and not about we. I win when we all do. I connect at iHoops, the official youth basketball initiative of the NCAA and the NBA. Connect at ihoops.com.
Warrior Basketball is brought to you by Sony Pictures Armored. In theaters December 4th, who will be the last man standing? Absolute shootout here in Milwaukee. What a fun game to watch with 8:50 remaining. Brandon Jennings going for 29 in the third quarter, and yet the Warriors hanging right in there. Time for our Subway Eat Fresh. Ask Bob and Jim. Michael in Orinda says, when do you think there'll be an NBA franchise in Europe? We talk about the 8 foreign-born players here on the Bucks. What do you think, Jim?
David Stern has said in the past there will eventually be a franchise in Europe. I don't know when that will come to fruition, but I think it's a few years away, quite frankly.
I think you would have to have 4 teams come in simultaneously. So when a team, a United States team went to Europe, they could play 8 games, play those 4 teams twice, that kind of thing.
There will not be one in China. It's too far. And I agree with you. The 2 primary cities for David Stern, I believe, from listening to him a few years back, Barcelona and Rome.
Okay.
And then Berlin.
And then probably Paris.
And Paris.
And that would be, and you might even have, an FC Barcelona or something join the NBA.
That's true too.
An existing international team. But in our lifetimes, I think it's going to happen. C.J. Watson missing the 3 there. It's Monte, Curry, and Watson with Steven Jackson and Maggette. So Randolph sits, and they go with kind of that 6'8" and under team here. That's because Bo gets off the floor, and Jennings has not slowed off at all. Well, you may see a rookie get 50 tonight.
Well, you're seeing the whole package.
He's got 43.
You're seeing the whole package with the way he scores.
Oh, what a pass from Curry.
Somewhat. Now, Monte Ellis passes that up.
And Maggette hits only his second 3 of the year.
Because Monte doesn't like the three-point line from 23-9. So Magetti's in the corner at 22. So that's a little bit better percentage. That's unselfish. I had a line about seeing that in our lifetimes. I was going to say, speak for yourself.
Charlie Bell is not Brandon Jennings. With a long rebound. You see the scrappiness of Bell and Monte as we'll have the jump ball. You know how good Jennings is? He's never called for a carry. Look at that look.
Inside, out, has the shot. So no, I'll give it to Corey in the corner. And Corey Maggette drops down his second 3 of the year.
So Bell and Monte on the jump.
That surprised me. Bell got it. C.J. Watson has a big load inside.
Yeah, he's trying to guard the 6'10" Ilyasova.
And they don't even go to him.
There's Jennings, and Curry picked his pocket. Shot on the ball, took it away. Steph Curry, what a move around it. And then he has it stolen, but Jackson finishes. Oh, man. You want to talk the defense of Curry. The move was incredible, and the recovery by the Bucks was terrific.
You don't know how quick that actually is until you went out there.
I got to see that again.
Yeah, if you've gone out there.
That was incredible. Ridnour. How did he get that in? What a tough shot. And you're watching some high-level play right now. Both teams are playing some excellent basketball. Until Maggette knocked it off of Ilyasova's leg.
Pointed the wrong way. All right, let's watch Curry as Brandon starts to make that move. Crossover, and Curry got it with the left hand.
But watch this move.
Yes, I understand. Hesitation dribble. He let Brandon Jennings run by just by stopping his dribble on his path to the basket. Just kind of in midair there. Delayed.
Maggette, quick strike. He owns Ilyasova. I mean, he can do whatever he wants with him. There's no chance if Corey drives that he's going to move his feet and get in front of him. And that time he spun baseline instead of coming to the middle where he finished the layup prior. Eddie dropping in the free throw. He's got 15. 4 packs in the lower level. We've talked about the Laker plan. The Lakers come to town on the 28th. Also the weekend plan only with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Log on to Warriors.com and check out all the lower level 4 packs. And the operators can help you buy one right now at 888-GSW-HOOP. Press 1. Dick Pavetta has a wet spot in the middle of the floor. And he wants tended to. Both teams shooting 50%. Warriors at 56%. The rebounding is all Milwaukee. You know that they have the size. The three-point shooting is all Milwaukee. And yet the Warriors are gamely hanging in here. And Maggette dropping in a couple free throws. What a win it would be. Let Jennings have all the individual glory on that, and an outstanding basketball performance, particularly for a rookie. And he could steal the game. Ilyasova, just 6'10" over 6'3". AC Law played him well. Yes, he did. He held his ground, didn't let him inside the paint. You got to admire Brandon Jennings. He hasn't come out and tried to duplicate what he did in the third quarter here. He's still playing a team game. Steph Curry in and out of the hands of Maggette, who missed the layup. If he would have had it, Monte hits a 3. Monte is 3 of 5 on threes this year. As you said, it's not his game, but when his feet are set, he gets his legs into it. There were so many passes there. The shot clock's winding down. He made the right decision. Jennings, an offensive foul. Ellis draws the charge. 5:48 remaining in an amazing game in Milwaukee. Monte's 3 makes it a 2-pointer.
Richard, are you looking for a heartwarming romantic comedy?
Maybe.
Comcast.net has a searchable database of on-demand and TV listings, so you'll easily find that chick flick you're looking for.
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
I like sports too.
Sure you do, Richard.
Search thousands of great movies and shows, even sort by on-demand and HD. Visit the TV section at Comcast.net.
Big dreams and good grades aren't enough to get into college. There are actual steps you need to take. Finding someone who can help is the first and most important. For the next steps, go to knowhowtogo.org.
Warriors basketball is brought to you by Honda. Test drive a 2010 Honda today at your Honda dealer. And by Jack Daniels. Your friends at Jack Daniels remind you to drink responsibly.
Great play both ways, and 2 rookie guards have both had their moments tonight. Brandon Jennings, 43 in the game. He had 29 in the third on 12 of 13 shooting. And then Stephen Curry has put together a nice highlight reel of his own. as he has 14 points in 20 minutes on 6 of 9 shooting.
Yeah, in and out of the game several times. Picks the pocket of Brandon Jennings here. Leads to a basket by Steven Jackson. He picks up the little garbage inside. But Curry has been very solid. 6 of 9, 2 for 2 from three-point range. He's got the 2 assists. Only 1 turnover for Stephen tonight.
So 5:48 left. Warriors with a nice win in New York last night. Back end of a back-to-back. How much gas is in the tank? You know Curry didn't play much last night, so he should be rested.
Exactly. You know, very mature young man, Stephen. You know, Brandon Jennings goes off like that. He didn't take that personally and say, okay, I've got to do my thing here. He sees the big picture. He's allowing the game to come to him and not trying to force it.
Getty missing the jumper. Brandon Jennings is out right now. Oh, no, he's still in. I was going to say, initially, they hadn't subbed him out.
Bogut has 4 fouls. That's where McGetty should have driven him. I'm surprised he didn't.
Jackson is guarding Bogut. Fronting. And they knock it away, out of bounds. And then Haywood Workman said, my fault. It's going to be Warrior ball.
They're fronting. We saw Mikey Moore do that earlier. And they're getting weak side help. And Bogut is not quite athletic enough to catch that ball and spin like a Dwight Howard would and just elude you, even though someone's coming to disrupt.
Another chance to tie the game. Monte down the lane. Better look to Jackson. His 3 on the way is offline. But Amute will track it down in the corner.
Now you'd like to see Monte try to finish that drive, but they covered up pretty well inside.
Jennings step back.
If he hits that, because that was challenged.
Jackson was all over him. That was great defense.
That is good defense by Charlie Bell. Monte wanted to go.
He got it there, but couldn't reverse it in. Jennings pull up and Curry with a rebound. Another chance to tie.
Can they get something?
Monte a corner. 3 is good. So Monte Ellis gives the Warriors the lead with his second 3 of the night.
He's been very circumspect with his shot selection. In fact, he wanted to shoot more. But now he's hit 2 threes. He's picking his spots.
So from down 11, the Warriors in the lead.
The 6th lead change of the game, but only the 2nd in the second half.
McGetty will take a turn on Bogut. And Corey with the shoulder will commit the foul. Fourth team foul on the Warriors.
Drops it back. Passes to Monte in the corner. Knocks down his second 3 in a row to give the Warriors a 1-point lead. 3:55 to go. It'll count.
Charlie Bell picks up the foul and flips it in. Steph Curry didn't get there in time.
Bell has done a lot of scoring this year, but he's out there for defensive purposes. And he has a chance to make a 3-point play there, which is his biggest play of the night.
What Scott Skiles is saying, look, Jackson and McGetty are their only players inside. I want it into Bogut. I want people driving to the rim every time.
Yep. Corey can just drive Bogut to the baseline.
Monte down the lane. Oh, he does! 2 different players had their hand on the ball and he flipped it over the iron.
He had to shoot it from his shoulder.
And then Jennings driving, creates a little space and teardrops it in.
Does he have a nice floater going?
He's got 45.
He can finger roll it underhand. He can do it. Put that little floater overhand. Stop on a dime. Great control.
What a game.
There's the up and under. There you go.
And Bogut's 5th foul.
That's the way to play him. He got him up, faking that shot. A lot of lead changes back and forth here, and that just gives a little more inspiration for the Warriors, tell you the truth, and keeps the Bucks at bay. Isolation. Bogut went for it, got up in the air. McGetty was on his way to an easy 2. Let's see if he can convert.
Corey McGetty, one of 6 players now in double figures. McGetty's got 16, Steph Curry 14, Monte 21, Jackson 21, and Mikey Moore at 13.
All game long, the Warriors Warriors have been consistent in their shooting. They're shooting a great percentage.
And from the foul line, 24 of 27, and they've needed every one of them.
You take that.
Back to the 1-point lead.
Curry held up Bogut for a moment, then he was asking for help.
Oh, Charlie Bell hits a three.
Curry did the right thing. He stayed in because otherwise Bogut gets a dunk, and he couldn't cover his man Bell. He asked for help. Law got there a little late.
The Bucks 12 of 22 on triples, well above their season percentage. Maggette a three in response. He made it! Maggette's hit 2 threes tonight. So Corey, 20 points in 19 minutes.
This is a basketball game.
How about 16 fourth-quarter points for Corey Maggette?
It's a great one to win. It's also a heartbreaker if you lose it.
Jackson knocking that out of bounds.
Back-to-back nights. Last night in New York, tonight in Milwaukee.
2:28 remaining, the final mandatory. Corey Maggette 16 in the fourth, and the Warriors right there.
What are people willing to do for a Klondike bar now that it has a thicker, more chocolatey shell?
Oh, this is the next girl that comes out of this gym.
That's the next woman that came out of the gym.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Find out what happens next at KlondikeManCave.com.
When you search for a car at AutoTrader.com, we send more cars your way than anyone. A lot more cars. So you can narrow it down by model, the color, even the price. When you search from the largest selection,
that's the one.
You get the car you want at the price you want. AutoTrader.com, the ultimate automotive marketplace.
Family deals at Subway restaurants. 3 great deals. 2 regular 6-inch fresh value meals, $8.99. Any 4 regular 6-inch subs, $9.99. Any 3 regular footlongs, $13.99. Every day after 4 p.m. and all day Sunday. Subway, eat fresh.
More people say yes to Toyota than any other brand in California. Right now, you can say yes to Tundra and get 0% APR financing, plus $1,000 in bonus cash or $2,000 cash back. There's also big savings on Tacoma. You want a great deal? The answer is yes.
The Warriors up 1 with 2:28 remaining. They have withstood a 43-point third quarter by the Bucks, where they went 18 of 21. They got 29 from Brandon Jennings alone in that third. Our Honda, great drive. Monte Ellis has been excellent. How he hung, felt the contact on the ball, nearly blocked twice, and still flipped it in. Remarkable.
Wow, what an intense game. I don't know what Corey Maggette said to you when he came over, but he's into it. You know, and he's also having fun. It's okay to have fun in a tightly contested game.
Brandon Jennings and AC Long. Monte Ridnour, Bell, Curry. Shot clock down to 4. Jennings has got a launch here at 2. They back off him, and he hits the 3. Got to look at the other end and see the shot clock. Of course he was going to shoot. That's a mental error as well as physical. Maggette's hit 2 threes, not the third.
That was in and out. Okay, you got a lot of time left here. You got 2 minutes. You're down by 2.
Jennings has 48 in the game.
Well, he's going to try to take him off the dribble. He fell down.
Ridnour driving, finishing. 5 big points by the Bucks. Oh, Maggette got hit in the head and eye by Bogut. Corey Maggette is staggered, and now he just shoved him down.
It's not the first time it happened. That's why he did it. He was hit in the eye earlier.
They missed the first one, of course, catch the second one. He got hit right in the face by Bogut twice.
But the thing is, you can't take this personally when it's a 2-possession game with 1.5 minutes to go and you give up your possession. Well, this is the reaction after. You didn't see the first one as they're running down the floor.
Yeah, he clipped him good right in the eye as he was running down. And Corey got fed up with it. Jennings has 50. And I don't think he meant to bank that in.
He didn't call that one.
A 50-point night for the rookie. Simply spectacular. Jackson to Maggette inside. He puts it in and draws the foul.
That's a big play to answer if he can convert the free throw.
How hot are you on a 50-point night?
He knew it was already hot. And this is when you know you're blistering. When you shoot the ball and you shoot it 2 feet long and it banks in for you. Now, he makes this, it's a one-possession game.
And he does. What a game. The Bucks use a 20-second timeout. We've watched a rookie go for 50, 29 and a quarter, 20 of 33. The Warriors lose Azubuike, play without both their centers, go against the best defensive team in the league, the best rebounding team in the league, and they're right there. This has just been high-level basketball both ways. The Warriors are shooting 56% against a team holding teams 41% shooting in the early part of the season. Obviously, you don't need to foul.
This enough drama for you?
Oh, this is great. I mean, this is why you come to the games. This is why you watch the games. To see this game played by the 400 or so best players in the world.
And you're looking out on the court. Luke Rittenauer smiling, talking with Steven Jackson. You know, the great athletes, right in the midst of all this battle, can separate and compartmentalize. They did that, had a little fun talking. Now they're back to business.
So Brandon Jennings on a 50-point night, winding down to the 1-minute mark. AC Law on him. High screen roll. Jackson switches. Jackson knocked it away. Shot clock down to 7. Jennings falls down again. Gets back up. Curry steals. Bats it ahead to Jackson.
Throw it over. No,
he throws it away.
Got to take a look first.
Jackson turns it over, and the Warriors don't get a shot.
They still don't have a foul to give. They do not want a foul. The Bucks can trade 2 for 1, and that looks like a good
Jennings three. 53 for Jennings.
Yeah, he's special. They said it.
Oh, my goodness. 7 of 8 on threes. 21 of 34. 53 for Brandon Jennings. 43 in the second half.
No one knew how special. Otherwise, he wouldn't have dropped to number 10. He knew he had to get the quick shot. He got the 3 and put him up by 6.
The new 2010 Land Rover LR4.
Insider team reports, all access video, daily news updates, top columnists, web exclusives, live game chats. When you need more, there's only one place to go. Get the scores, stats, and standings you need. Plus, find the insider content you crave. CSNBayArea.com, your online home for Bay Area sports.
Brandon Jennings did not score in the first quarter. He scored 10 in the second quarter. He scored 29 in the third and has 53 in the game. The Bradley Center record for a Buck is Michael Redd's 57. Warriors down 6. They need threes. They need them in a hurry. Monte provides one. There's a 3. You don't need to foul. There's a 5.3 second difference. They've got Ridnour, Snooker.
That's over and back.
Yes, it is. Bell did not reestablish. He jumped from the front court to the back court. You have to be in the back court first before you can catch that ball.
He caught it in midair, and he was in the front court, so that is a good call. Watch to the left of the screen. You barely see him. He caught the ball before he landed.
So Monte Ellis, his third three of the night.
That's probably the deepest one he's ever taken and made.
Both teams have shot 60% in the fourth quarter.
Beautiful.
And you know what I'm thinking of?
And we're talking about a defensive team here.
You know what I'm thinking about, though, with the three-point game? I'm thinking about Jody Meek's 70-footer.
Oh, yes.
That banked in to end the third quarter. Otherwise, you'd be tied at this juncture.
Well, there are a lot of ones in this one.
Oh, the shooting has been incredible.
Warriors almost got to delay a game. They wouldn't come out of the huddle.
All right, so, Jim, are you going quick two and foul? Are you going for a three? What are you doing here?
You can go quick two and foul, but I think they'll try to set up a three. They'll set up a drive and kick out.
Anthony Morrow is in the game with Curry, Monte, Maggette, and Jackson. Get it into Maggette.
There's the drive.
We're going for the quick two. He got it.
Ooh, that just careened in.
All right, so now you got to foul on the catch and extend the game. You don't want to foul Ridnour. He's their best free throw, and he came and got the ball. Luke Ridnour throughout his career has been 86%. And this is the one, when you know your team is hot, all the prayers are answered.
That was to end the third quarter.
To put the Warriors down 9 heading into the fourth. But even if he makes this one, you're still, again, a three-pointer away from time. And he missed.
Warriors have a 20-second timeout left.
So they'll use the timeout.
That's all.
And move it to the front court. So the quick two and then fouling on an 86% foul shooter still pays off. Now, I'll re-ask you. Would you go for a three in the win? Or would you just try to tie the ball game and play for overtime?
Well, now you do the same type of thing. I'm not sure if it's going to go to Maggette's hands, but they're going to drive to the basket. You know the Bucks are over the limit. They don't want to foul you. If you can get two and play some defense, yes. But if you can get a good look at a three, they certainly will launch it.
How about,
I don't think they want to leave it in Brandon Jennings' hands. Do you?
How about a 21-point fourth quarter for Corey Maggette right now?
My word. Kind of sneaks up on you, doesn't it?
25 in the game, 21 in the fourth. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind an Anthony Morrow three to win it. A wide open Anthony Morrow three, I'd take my chances.
I wouldn't mind a Steven Jackson three hook shot to win it.
18.2 left. The Warriors down a deuce. You don't need the three. You go for the tie here. Maggette, Morrow, Curry, and Monte. Jackson to trigger. There's Morrow. Couldn't get the three. Now he does. Banged it off back iron. And Brandon Jennings with a rebound.
When you knew he was going to shoot, you had to have people come in from the weak side to rebound. No one did. And it was a long rebound. You'll see this court spread. Steven Jackson's over there. No one goes in. I mean, it's all or nothing there. You want to give yourself a chance to get the rebound if possible.
Jennings is 4 of 6 free throwing on a 53-point night. And drops that one in. 54 on. He didn't score in the first quarter.
No, he didn't.
Got 54 in 3 quarters. He only had 10 at halftime. And he knocks them both down. So now it's a 2-possession ball game. You need a three with someone fouling you, but Monte quickly, they want to foul right away. Got a foul on the catch. And they foul Charlie Bell with 3.8.
No timeouts left, though.
And Bell, a 78% free thrower for his career. Tonight he's 2 of 3. Came into the game at 83%. That 70-foot heave and those 3 free, still rearing its ugly head. That was a huge, huge 3 points.
He makes 2 and it's over.
There's one.
If there were a second left, he'd probably miss it on purpose.
And he rattles them both down.
They'll just told him, and now he just stand still defensively.
So the Bucks are going to escape in a wonderfully played game. What a night for Brandon Jennings. Steven Jackson comes to center court and says, "Congratulations, Rook." The other Warriors go by and tell Jennings that was a hell of a night. He goes for 55, double nickel, as the Bucks edge the Warriors 129 to 125. And we saw an amazing NBA regular season game tonight. The Bucks win it 129-125. We'll be with you in Cleveland on Tuesday. Warriors postgame live starts right now.